AI is an accelerant. If you don't have a strategy, you don't have a business model, you don't have a marketing message that's already performing, and you don't have a way to sell and monetize what it is that you do, ChatGPT and AI won't be the thing that makes the difference and fills the gap because of the work that you haven't done. But if you've already got a good business model, right, it's giving you time, it's helping you get client results, you've got a good message, it's generating you leads, it's generating you opportunity, and you've got a good way to monetize that, which means you can qualify via a really quick conversation and convert people into buying the thing that you want so you can help them create the thing that they want. Guess what? AI is going to help you do things in each one of those areas faster, better, easier than ever before. Hey there, expert. Rana Saini here. See, the wealthiest business coaches and consultants see business success as a system. This podcast, The Expert Advantage, contains real-world, in-the-trenches business advice that our clients use to gain a strategic advantage in growing their million-dollar expert business. It's my hope that you use these short lessons and insights to gain your strategic advantage in growing your expert business, and maybe one day soon partner with us at The Expert Project to take your expert coaching and consulting business to $1 million and beyond. I hope you share and enjoy. If you haven't already and you are interested in how AI can help you grow and scale your coaching or consulting business, you'll want to pay attention for the next 15 to 20 minutes as I take you through a very simple system that we're using to increase our marketing output, generate more opportunities, but take our ideas, our expertise, and our experience and continually package them up into high value content that our audience loves and that enables us to have a distinct advantage in the marketplace. If you'd like that strategy, join me and I share with you the secret of how AI can enhance your marketing efforts. All right. Hey, everybody. How we're using AI to really enhance our marketing efforts, generate more leads, get more opportunities, and basically lead the market with your experience, your IP, and your expertise. Now, I just want to talk about what we call our unhidden agenda. All right? For those of you who know or have joined me over the last year for one of our challenges, the idea for me is I believe if I can share enough value with you guys watching, at some point in time, you're going to potentially want to spend some time together where we can actually help you unpack the genius of you into your business and help your business generate a few more leads and get a few more sales. And that's why our 5-day challenge. Now, 5-day challenge is free, believe it or not. The reason why I do it is not because I have a lot of spare time. It's because I believe that the power of information is getting lost in things like AI. And it's really going to come down to the power of implementation that's going to change your business. It's what you do, not what you know, that makes the difference. And if that's you and you're interested in joining me, we can work for an hour each day for 5 days. But one of the things that I wanted to let you guys know is that if you just have the workbook, you can click the link here and it will open up in Safari and we will be good to go and we can help you get onboarded into our 5-day challenge. That's what it should have looked like. So guys, listen, thanks for joining me. Let's dive in and have a look at how AI can help you inside of your coaching and consulting business. So bear with me as we navigate some of these technical issues that are clearly going to be a pain in the butt. For those of you who don't know and have been living under a rock, there's this thing called ChatGPT. Now, do we use it? 100%. Is it something that everyone has to know? Yes. Does it mean that your business will become wildly successful if you know how to use it? No, it doesn't. And let me explain why it's really important that we know the difference between using ChatGPT to just produce what I call blah blah content and using ChatGPT to create what's called quality content. And so I want to give you a practical strategy so you can actually implement and tap into the power of AI and ChatGPT to get the stuff that's in your head out of it so more people can hear from you, see you, and buy from you. Ultimately, the question that every single person wants to understand is, will ChatGPT or AI replace us in the future? And the short answer is yes. Yes, it will, if you don't evolve. And let me explain why. If we look at a triangle like this, there are 3 layers and 3 levels to you. You're either someone who is what I call a content consumer, Now, as a content consumer, every moment you consume content, you are procrastinating, right? Procrastinating. There's a lot of people who can consume content, and AI can produce content and outproduce content on any topic more than you can, more than I can. So if all we do is continue to write blogs and continue to just write text, it's very easy for anybody to pretend to be as knowledgeable and as experienced as you. So if you've been hiding behind text and writing and articles and blogs for a long period of time, it's time for you to evolve, because AI will outperform, outwrite, and outthink you purely because it has more data available to it than we do at any point of time. What we want to do is use AI, though, to enhance the quality of the output that's possible. So if you have a writer's block, or you need a new perspective, or you're thinking about how do I position something, guess what? The first step that you want to move into is to become a content curator. And I'm going to show you how to do this today using ChatGPT and AI. Okay? We're going to do that today. The reason why that's important is because your perspective is why people follow you and buy from you. It's not because of what you know, it's what you've done with what you know. For me, I could just use ChatGPT and write articles and put it in the group. But today, you're seeing me take some content, give you a perspective on it, and some of you are watching it going, I agree, I don't agree, but it makes for a really good conversation. So what ChatGPT and AI can't do right now is it can't present information like me, like you. It can't take a perspective on it like you, like me, and it can't share it and engage in dialogue like you, like me. And so if you hide behind text, people who use ChatGPT will 100% outperform you in the next 12 months. So how do you get your message out there, and how do you actually present with more confidence? You join the Expert Project. Now, that aside, you actually learn to level up how you think and how you present and how you position yourself in the marketplace, which is where we want everyone to be, which is to become a content creator. And that is, how do we come up with IP that is valuable? And ChatGPT can shape your IP, right? It can position it in ways that you didn't even think of. But if all you wanted to do is just produce text, verbiage, what you're going to find is that it's very easy for anybody to do that. So what ChatGPT does and what AI is ultimately an accelerant. It's not a strategy. You still need to bring your objectives to the table. You need to still bring your purpose, your mission, your values to the table. And what AI does is it's almost like the equivalent of bringing on 5 to 10 pretty well-trained people into your team immediately to enact what it is that you want. So let's just take a step back. AI is an accelerant. If you don't have a strategy, you don't have a business model, you don't have a marketing message that's already performing, and you don't have a way to sell and monetize what it is that you do, ChatGPT and AI won't be the thing that makes the difference and fills the gap because of the work that you haven't done. But if you've already got a good business model, right, it's giving you time, it's helping you get client results, you've got a good message, it's generating you leads, it's generating you opportunity, and you've got a good way to monetize that, which means you can qualify via a really quick conversation and convert people into buying the thing that you want so you can help them create the thing that they want. Guess what? AI is going to help you do things in each one of those areas faster, better, easier than ever before. For example, as I was writing this very presentation, I came up with a roadblock and I asked a question to ChatGPT and I said, give me 3 other ways to say this. And I just wrote in there what I was thinking in a very structured way. And what ChatGPT did was it gave me a very eloquent, easy to understand, very easy, eloquent way to understand what I would say. And I copy and pasted and I put it in the workbook because essentially it was what I wanted to say to begin with. It just said it better. So I'm like, awesome, ChatGPT for the win. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring up ChatGPT on my screen because I want to share with you some real world outcomes. So this isn't just a presentation where I talk and you listen. I want you to take something away from this presentation and comment below how much value you got, because in a world of information, where you put your time and what you get from the information you spend your time learning is really important. And it's important to me that you guys get value from today's session. So let's dive in now. So what I'm looking at here is why do we care about where AI fits in? And I want to explain the strategy that you need to bring to the table. The strategy you need to bring to the table as a coach or consultant is that you've got many channels. So if you take this map, this is the outcome we all want. This is the outcome we all want. First, inside of your world, we all want to generate leads. We all want to generate leads. In order to generate leads, we need channels where our perfect future customer, this stands for perfect future customers, live. Now, we use LinkedIn. Okay, when we have a channel, we can run things called campaigns. Now, campaigns are just a series of communication with an offer that gets our audience to say, yes, I'm interested. Right? Yes, I'm interested. They put their hand up and they go, I say, would you like a copy of our AI marketing machine workbook? And you go, yes, I would. You would be a lead. Right? In the same way you say, would you like the 5 ways to help accounting practices become more profitable? Yes, I would. Would you like the 3 profile optimization hacks to help you generate more leads on LinkedIn? Yes, I would. Would you like a template of our high converting sales funnel that generates 2 to 3 appointments a day? Yes, I would. Offers, right? ChatGPT can help me create really good ones, but I still need to give it the idea first and I shape it. So the first step is we want to get your ideas and shape it and have a look at what's the campaign? What's the offer? What is the offer that you want to put out into the marketplace? And I want to share with you how we're going to create that today. The second part is, how do we then, when someone says they're interested, how do we book an appointment? How do we book an appointment? Because it's okay to have a lead, but if a lead doesn't turn into an appointment, how are you going to engage that lead such that you can have a conversation to see if or how you can help? So the point of an offer is so we can engage people's interest with a solution or a strategy and qualify them, right? We want to qualify. And to qualify, we want to ask a question about where they're at, why they're interested in that information, what they're looking to achieve. So really, we want to be able to nurture leads and we want to ask when they're ready to book in for a call. So as you guys know, my next step is not to book in for a call. I'd love to speak to you if you think we can help you in your expert business, but ultimately for us, it's about working with people in our 5-day challenge. Because I know that if I work with people in a 5-day challenge, you're going to see how you can apply the information that you've got into a framework that enables you to get the outcomes that you want. And I can only do that if I work with you closer, right? For a period of time. I can't do that if I just give you an ebook. Okay, so the goal is what we do with the information. The next step that we want to work on is once you've got people who are interested and they want to talk to you, how do you present? How do you qualify people and then get people to make a commitment? And a commitment is to get them to act. And I'm giving you all of this. This doesn't have to do with AI, but it has everything to do with AI, because if you don't have this strategy, what is AI going to help you with? It'll help you get people from here, potentially to here, which is great, to help you generate more leads. We're going to do that today. So the goal here is to help you present your offer to people who are interested, to get them to say, not just, yes, I'm interested, but to say, yes, I'm in. And the way we do that is we look at people's problems and we look at their possibilities. And then we look at what's the opportunity if we work together. And we want to present that. Now, ChatGPT can't do that. AI can't do that yet. But the goal for us ultimately is to help you make more money by adding more value and showing people how you can add more value to them. So we want to help you move people from information into action and to help them achieve the outcomes that they want, which is essentially, how do we make a sale via either cash or, if you're in a commercial world, contract? This is the strategy. Today, I want to share with you how do we help people? How do we get more offers in front of people easier? And that is the absolute advantage that something like ChatGPT has. And I want to give you that today. So let's go through this, the design and the development of what I call power prompts. So just in the chat, let me know who here has used ChatGPT. And for those of you who are watching on silent, in the chat, let me know who is using ChatGPT. Who's using ChatGPT, or who is using a format of ChatGPT? Are you using Jasper, or are you using something else? There's so many, right? It doesn't matter, but ultimately AI. Are you using a form of AI right now in your business to enhance, the word is enhance your output? Yes or no? This is really important for you to know, because what I want to do today is give you a strategy, not just some tactics. And so you'll see this map. And by the way, for those of you who want access to this, just let my team know in the comments below that you just say AI, and we can get you all the information. We can get you a copy of the recording, and we can get you a copy of the workbook as well. This is the way to create what I call high value output. So you can take the strategy and the system of how to create your documents, your IP, eBooks, infographics, PowerPoint presentations, use this system that I'm about to share with you, give it to a virtual assistant, give it to your team so they can follow these things to use your experience, your IP, and some of the things that you've already been presenting on for years, and start to turn it into practical output that people say, I want a copy of that. Because if you've got good frameworks, good systems, good IP that you're not using at the moment, it's what we call passive IP. And passive IP offers absolutely no value to anybody but you. So we want to take that passive IP and we want to start to use it with ChatGPT to shape the output that we have. So for those of you who haven't used ChatGPT, let me see if this works now. This is what it looks like, right? ChatGPT. You can see it. Now, in my world, can you see that? I'm pretty sure you guys can see that. So I have access to ChatGPT 4, which is cool. You'll see that ChatGPT now has this thing called ChatGPT 3.5 alpha browsing. So it can actually browse the internet and give you links. So it's becoming smarter. But for the sake of today, we're going to do ChatGPT 4. It's slower, but the reasoning of it is a lot better, right? So we're getting a lot more, I would say it's not as fast as ChatGPT 3, but the quality of output is better. So let's just quickly jump back to this and help you understand what it is that we are doing here. So at the start, you want to set a really clear frame for what you want this writing is way too big. You want to set a frame for what you want ChatGPT to do for you. So in this case, I'm going to say, can you act as an expert copywriter and lead magnet writer and help me craft the perfect lead magnet for my audience? Pretty good. What would have been really good is if I could have, and I'll give you some examples of this as well, because I don't have a lot of time today, but I want to give you examples of what this could look like, because I've done this before. Ultimately, the goal here is to then take that. So let me just write that in for you guys. Hey there, expert. So listen, our mission here at the Expert Project is to positively impact the world of other business coaches and consultants just like you. We want to help them make more impact, have more income, and have a positive influence on the world. And see, the only way we can do that is if you've heard something in today's episode that moved you, created an insight, changed your perspective, or gave you an aha moment. All I'd ask you to do is take 10 seconds, rate and review this podcast, so together we can help spread the word about this podcast and have a positive influence in someone else's world. Just bear with me as I type and make a lot of mistakes. So I could say, can you act as an expert copywriter and lead magnet writer and help me craft the perfect lead magnet for my audience. So I do that and I ask for ChatGPT's help and it says, absolutely, I can absolutely help you. And sometimes I like to be polite and say thank you, but for now, we're going to keep it here. It's going to help me. It knows what I want. It knows the intention of my output, which is good. So the next step is to position it. And to position it, what that means is most people just start asking it to do things, is give it the context of who you are, what you do, and how you help people. Giving context to something improves the content that it will give you. So to position it is to give it context. Now, context in our world is going to be, one, your bio. Who are you? It doesn't know unless you tell it, right? The second thing is, who are they? Who is the audience that you help? Who is the audience that you help? And what's their number one problem that you would like to solve? What do you help them solve? So if I was to take this in ChatGPT, and again, I've written this, something I prepared earlier. So what I do is I copy paste, I take this here, you guys might want to see that. I put my bio in for context. So I might just let it know for context. Here is my bio, right? It'll do its thing. It'll say, thank you. Based on this information, it seems your target audience is experts. It's now starting to learn who I am, which is really cool, right? So now it's giving me some suggestions, which is fine because what it's doing is it's just giving me ideas. Now, all of that is just, ideas are great, but in what I want is I want very specific output. But what it's doing is it's just coming out with what I call the raw ingredients. And the raw ingredients is really important because that's what's going to help me cook the perfect cake, taking the cooking metaphor, right? It's giving me all this cool stuff. Look at how many ideas I have for content. Even if I just wanted to take, remember, content creator, I could go automated lead generation. That could be a whole topic I teach on. Anyway, that aside, let's stick to the plan. So now my audience. Who is my audience? Who is my audience? And so what I do is I get very clear, and I'm just looking here because I've got some prompts that I prepared earlier, is I might say my main audience is, let's do this together, team. So I go, so again, for context, my audience my target market is business consultants and business coaches who want to become experts in their industry. So it's just going to now, thank you for clarifying your target market based on this information. So it's just going to, again, give me more information. So if you're with me watching right now, let me know, have you guys done this before, seen this? It's important you bring context to the table because what it's doing now is it's pulling information at speed that's relevant to who I am and what I do. Otherwise, what you'll find is it'll just produce generic content, which is not aligned to who you are, what you do. It doesn't have your voice, and you can give this as much information as you want, right? It doesn't matter. But when I start asking it for what I want, it's going to produce output that's of a higher quality than if I just didn't spend the time giving it context. It's like having a staff member and you say to them, go and write an article about how the Expert Project helps people generate leads. That poor staff member has no idea. AI is no different. It'll pull what it thinks it knows, but it probably won't be great. So if I spent 5 minutes with this person and let it know who I am, what I did, and how I help people, the output's going to be better than if I didn't, right? AI is no different. So now what I want to do is talk about the main problem. So what's the main problem of your target market? It's funny you say that. If I go back to the problem here, what I look at is, my main problem is the main problems that my target market have are, one, their business models rely too much on their time, so they burn out. 2, they can't generate consistent leads, so they they charge less, hoping to sell more. And 3, they don't make consistent sales and consistent sales, and they stress out. I'm just making this up, guys. Like, it's pretty close, but so it's again I'm giving it information. So for those of you watching now, I want to give you guys a few prompts, and I'm happy to give you guys these power prompts if you would like. It looks like this. These are some prompts that I've come up with that are really good for fleshing out content. So if you want a copy of these prompts, just let me know below and we can give you guys these prompts along with this workbook. And these prompts go here. So you'll see that these prompts go here. Now, a prompt is, people talk about prompts. What a prompt is basically like your carving tool. So it'll take a block of information and a prompt carves the right information out based on the outcomes that you want. So one of the prompts I might say is, like, now that I've got some information into my lead magnet creator, I might say, I go back to my power prompts and I say, what might be the top? So I choose one of my problems. The main problem I want to address in this lead magnet is, why is a magnet? I say the 3 ways business coaches can generate high value leads that convert. No, just say high value leads, right? The 3 ways without paid ads, right? Let's try that. So now I've just given it an idea. Thank you for that. Now it's giving me all of this information. It's given me some suggestions for my ebook. This is fantastic. Great. It's giving me an outline of my ebook. So now it's getting clearer. 1, content marketing for authority and visibility. 2, leveraging LinkedIn for high value connections. Far out, it knows who I am, right? Mastering the art of referrals and strategic partnerships. This is my ebook. How cool is that? Now what I want to do is use some of my power prompts, and I say, what might be, these are really good prompts, guys, because what people do is they tend to be very, what I call tangible or intangible. So they either go, I want people to be happy and feel good, right? If you're a life coach or a performance coach, you normally have these intangible things. But what you also need to consider is, what's the tangible outcomes of those things? So how many leads you generate? How much can you earn? What's the outcome that you can touch, feel, see, and measure that makes you different? And I just ask ChatGPT these questions. What might be the top 3 intangible impacts of this problem? Boom. Ask it. And what it does now, the top 3 intangible impacts of the problem, generating high value leads without relying on, is lower confidence and credibility, right? It's literally writing out exactly what the content could be that I frame the ebook with. Right now, if you're not generating enough high value leads and you're relying on paid ads for business or referrals, you're probably feeling like you have lower confidence and lowered credibility. As good as you are, not having enough opportunity can make you feel it can negatively impact the overall performance when you engage with clients. Also, it increases stress and burnout. So you see what it's done? It's given me these intangibles. It's given me, now what I ask it is, what might be I've even said thanks. What might be the 3 tangible impacts of this problem? So now it's giving me actual measurable things. Increased market costs. Yeah, true. Now you've got marketing costs go up. Fluctuating revenue streams. This is going to be a good ebook, right? And so what I'm doing is, these prompts act as a way to extract the right information based on the message that I want to create. It's not just saying, write an ebook on how to create high value leads. Anyone can do that, but not anyone can shape the context of the content using the right prompts. So what I'm doing is I'm doing that now, and then I can say, describe the short-term, mid-term, and long-term consequences of having this problem. So guys, can you see right now how what I'm doing is I'm shaping the content through my prompts, right? These are the short-term consequences of not having enough leads. Reduced profitability, time-consuming trial and error, difficulty in forecasting budgets. Mid-term consequences are hindered business growth. So I could turn this now into a PowerPoint. I could turn this now into, this ebook's going to be killer. I could actually go and give it stats from my business to add context to it that is very uniquely me. So I could give case studies. I could put in facts, data, insights, quotes, images that come from like real life. So I could really turn this into something that is incredibly powerful. And finally, so I could say, what are the top 3 tangible or intangible advantages by solving this problem? Now, this last one, we'll end it here. I won't go on to each one because of time, but the top 3 value is really good. The other one that I love is this one. Please find compelling data, proof, and a real life story that I could use to bring this to life. So what I'm doing is I'm giving this ebook now data, proof, something that maybe ChatGPT can draw from the internet, from a highly valid place. Like I say, give me a Harvard Review fact that will help give credibility to this document. So I could just, if I add this in, and again, watch how it does it. It'll say compelling data. According to the Content Marketing Institute's 2021 B2B content marketing benchmarks, budgets, and trends, 74% of B2B marketers rated their organization's content marketing efforts as being moderately, very, or extremely successful. 31% of B2B marketers say their organization has a high level of commitment to content marketing. 70%. These statistics demonstrate the potential effectiveness of content marketing, an organic method of high-value leads without relying on paid ads. Proof. A study conducted by the Marketing Leadership Council and Google found that B2B customers, how good is this? So I can give evidence to the information that I'm producing, and then we could give a story. But you should have stories. Like we have our own stories from our own clients, but team, this is just to give you an example of what this is about. Now, as you could see, while that's writing, the prompts will help you. So we could talk about what are the tangible, what are the intangible, what are the short term, mid-term, long-term, what are the as we went through here, what's some data, proof. So the reason why this is so important for you to understand and why I bring this up is because the last part of this is really about once you've shaped your content, you can do things like this. And this is to give you an example. If I went back into here, these are some examples of something I prepared earlier. But when I start producing content, I can literally turn my content into an ebook that has my audience go, oh, wow. For example, this is an ebook that we created using ChatGPT 4 and the strategy I'm telling you about. And it created this, and we just designed this up in Canva using it as an example. But as you can see, are you a business coach, consultant struggling to attract new clients and grow your business? Here's what you can expect when you work with us. Building your engine, future-proof and expertise the challenges always, short-term consequences, mid-term consequences, long-term consequences. What's the real cost of not being able to showcase your value consistently? Reduce credibility. See what we've done? We've just turned this into a really nicely designed ebook, simply and easily, and given people step-by-step examples of what they can do to make a change today. We've also given some helpful recommendations and tools and resources. And this is all in the prompts that we can give you guys. So if you are interested, let us know in the chat. We've given some examples of like other sites that can produce, that can give you, here are some free resources that might help, right? We should have added our own website in there. So that's a note for us. Ready to level up your visibility and win more business? Boom. Give us a call. And that's it. The question is, today, what have you got from this session that's been of value to you? What's the one insight that you're going to take away and give a try to? Canva is free. ChatGPT has a free version of it. There is no reason why you can't start to play around with some of the tools that are available to you to enhance the output of your expertise, to get in front of more people, have more conversations, start more conversations, and add more value to your marketplace in a way that we've never been able to do before. Now, just to leave you with something even cooler, is once you've got to the bottom of this, if you say, I'm not a very good writer for content, now that you've produced all of this great stuff into ChatGPT, you can say, write a sales page that would entice people to want to read this ebook, right? So I would just say, write a sales page that for this ebook, for this offer, that would entice people to want to download and read it. Because you've given it so many prompts and you've asked it the right things, it's now got so much information. So people don't understand that what ChatGPT does, it can draw on all of the past information you've put into it inside of this chat. So when I do that, what it's going to do now is give me the exact landing page that I could copy and paste. In fact, we wrote the landing page that we added this training to using ChatGPT, right? And so you guys can see that it's a very powerful tool when you ask it the right questions and you're clear on the outcomes that you want. It's an amazing advantage for you in your marketplace. And I hope that today I've shown you the possibility that exists inside of AI, but also remember, this is not, see, how good is that? Download the No Ad Playbook today. You'll receive a limited time bonus invitation to a free 30-minute consultation with Rana Saini, founder of the Influence Project Group and the mastermind behind these powerful strategies. When you give it context, it creates powerful content. And like, it gives me goosebumps how cool this stuff is, right? Guys, I don't have anything to sell you inside of this training. This is purely value add. It's my deepest desire that one day I have the privilege to work with you on a more direct basis inside of our expert project programs. But at the very least, I'll ask you again, if you are interested in joining us for our next 5-day challenge, it is free. The only cost is your time, but I guarantee we'll make it worthwhile. So all you need to do is get on this workbook, click to join, open it up. It'll open up a page much like this. All you need to do is click the button, join the challenge, and you are good to go. And hopefully I can catch up with you guys inside of our 5-day challenge and continue the journey together there. Everyone, have a fantastic day. Use AI. It's a powerful accelerant, but it's not going to do the work that you're not willing to do for you. I'm Rana from the Expert Project. It's been a fantastic session. Thanks for joining me. Hope you got some value, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye for now.